No music to start at this video. I gotta get one thing out of the way before we get started. This video is about genocide, and genocide is bad. So there was this country called Yugoslavia back in the day. You can ask your parents. They are very likely to have shared a point in their lifetime with Yugoslavia and remember its collapse vividly. My grandma, for one, still thinks Yugoslavia exists, and my dad could not be reached for comment as he left. Yugoslavia was an Eastern Bloc communist country and was in cahoots with both Soviet Russia and being incredibly politically unstable. In 1991, the Soviet Union fell to the glory of McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and some bald guy that was their prime minister. Around that time, without their sugar daddies, Yugoslavia collapsed, and it was a really bad situation, as it usually is in the Balkans. Basically, Bosnia and Herzegovina declared their independence from the Yugos in April of 1992. This left only Serbia in Yugoslavia, as all the other nations had left in 1991. Shortly thereafter, the Serbs, who dominated the Yugoslavian military, decided that genocide was the answer. To what, you might ask? What could genocide be the answer the answer for? According to them, ethnically impure territories. This is actually kind of interesting because these ethnically impure territories were in Bosnia, not Yugoslavia, Serbia, right? So these ethnically impure territories weren't theirs to begin with. Bosniaks, for reference, are Muslim Bosnians. And if you know anything about the Balkans, it's that they are racist. Every Balkan country is racist in their own special little fun way. Serbs in Bosnia wanted to join the Serbian state, and it's suspected, as it still hasn't entirely been proven, that these bonds to Serbia, Yugoslavia, were the main reason that the genocide was able to begin in the first place. So, literally 2 days after the world at large recognized Bosnia's independence and its existence as a country, the Serbs started bombing the hell out of Sarajevo, which is the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. And after that, they started invading Bosniak villages on the edge of the border between Bosnia and Yugoslavia, Serbia. Basically, to simplify it, Nikola Tesla was blowing up Zlatan's house, then went into the Zlatan's house and killed half the members of his family, and then set fire to his lawn. One of the villages was a UN-protected safe haven, Srebrenica. This is really important because a UN safe haven means, hey, no weapons here. We are just trying to help people, get them food, and help them, not get genocided. It was protected mostly by Dutch UN forces. That's not super relevant, but it's factual. In Srebrenica, the Serbs went in, raped and shipped the girls off to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, and then killed the men and young boys that were left behind. This resulted in 8,000 deaths from one village, an untold number of pregnancies, and the loss of those villages due to them being burned to the ground. This is when NATO, more specifically the United States and Turkey, saw it fit to become more involved in the war. In the August of 1995, Serbs refused a UN ultimatum and were subsequently bombed to hell by the glorious United States and Turkish militaries under the guise of NATO. This is when they decided, yeah, maybe we should bend the knee. I don't think we can handle much more of this things we've been doing to the Bosnians for the last 4 years. These godless people, as a result of their crimes, were forced to enter a godless place for these peace talks. Dayton, Ohio. The ICTY was created in order to specifically convict Yugos and former Yugoslavian countries of war crimes. And it tried so very, very hard to do that. Initially, over 100 people were indicted in reference to the genocide, with a small handful actually being convicted. The trial drew comparisons to the Nuremberg trial, which is something I take umbrage with, as the Nuremberg trials were both held in a relevant location to the events of that war, and were all done pretty much at once. The most recent conviction from the ICTY happened as recently as 2017 when they caught a man named Ratko Mladic. Terrible name, harder to pronounce. All in all, the Bosnian genocide was a blight on history that is often overlooked on the global scale, but it has drastic repercussions for the relations between Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, and Serbia in that part of the world. Kosovo is a Bosnian Serbian country that now exists because of this genocide. Because people couldn't trust either of the country, because Bosniaks didn't feel like they could. Bosniaks who were in Serbia didn't feel like they were being properly protected by Bosnia as had been promised, and they didn't feel like they had been properly treated by Serbia, so they've declared their independence, and they're still not entirely nationally recognized, although they are working on that. This is Albania, also in the Balkans, not relevant to the situation. I just wanted to point it out. Have a nice day.